Hi guys, welcome to Friday, May 1st. Today is the first day of May, and it's a Friday, which is amazing. Okay, so how do we write May 1st? We write May 1, 2020, or another way to write it is 5/1/2020. So I hope you guys are having a great week. Today we are going to finish up on building with Dad. This is our schedule for day 5. We will do as much as we can in the time we are given. Content is oral vocabulary. We'll go over the amazing words. Remember, phonemic awareness are the words, the sounds that we are going to be covering. Phonemic awareness are the sounds of the letters. Phonics as well, A, and I. So, we're going to have a mini assessment in our phonics, our high frequency words, and if we have enough time, comprehension. Another word for comprehension is understanding. Okay, now also grab yourself some journal, a piece of paper, and a pencil. We're going to start writing this week and you're going to write 2 or 3 sentences of what you have done this week. Okay, so now we're going to look at the Talk With Me, Sing With Me chart. It is called This Is the Way We Build Our School. You can read it or you can sing it. This is the way we build our school, build our school, build our school. This is the way we build our school, so gleaming, bright, and new. Groundbreaking day makes us jump for joy, jump for joy, jump for joy. Groundbreaking day makes us jump for joy for our school gleaming and new. Cement will make the foundation strong, foundation strong, foundation strong. Cement will make the foundation strong for our school gleaming and new. Can you draw a conclusion of what gleaming means? Does it mean old? Or does it mean new? Does it mean dull? Or does it mean bright? So they're building a school. So you guessed it. The school is going to be clean and bright. Let's look over here and just review our amazing words. Every week we have them. And this is the final day that we will be covering these amazing words. Number 1, groundbreaking. Groundbreaking. Remember, this is a compound word. Compound word is 2 words that make one, like cup, cake. Groundbreaking. We put it together and we get a word. Foundation. Waterproof. Water and proof. We put 2 words together and made it one word. Trenches. Welding and gleaming. Great job. Now let's look over here and put the words into sentences and read them out loud. The construction workers are welding the pipes. When you weld it, you put it together so that it holds nice and tight. Everyone had a shovel on groundbreaking day. Groundbreaking, when we break the ground. Cement and rocks will make a strong foundation. Foundation. The school is so new and clean that it is gleaming. Gleaming. It's new and clean. The backhoes dig deep trenches. The backhoes dig deep trenches. The waterproof roof keeps the children dry. Do we have a waterproof roof in school? Sure we do. That's why when it rains, we don't get wet. We have a roof, a dry roof over our heads. Now let's read these words. We should be able to read them, and you guys should go back and review them. Let's read the words from the top. First word is pat. 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 Hid. hid, hid. Notice how the A and the I are medial. That means that they are in the middle of the word. A is in the middle. I is in the middle. My. Rip, rip. Lap, lap. R, R, R. Sad, sad, sad. Spin, spin, spin. You, you. Snap, snap, snap. See, see, see. Quit, quit, quit. Now what two letters make a qu sound? That's right, K and W make the same beginning sound as Q. Now let's look at the sentences that we can read. I hid my bat from Gus. I hid my bat from Gus. We are sad that Jeff quit. We are sad that Jeff quit. Can you spin the green top? Can you spin the green top? Did you see the red van? Did you see the red van? I like my big hat. I like my big hat. Well done. Okay, now boys and girls, I'm going to read you a short story. Remember, everybody lives in a different home. Here goes. Two kinds of homes. Some Native Americans lived in the deserts in the southwestern part of the United States. They built pueblos. Pueblos look like apartment buildings. The rooms are stacked on top of the other. Thick walls keep the rooms cool. The walls are usually made of adobe bricks. Adobe is a kind of clay. These Native Americans were farmers. They stayed in one place. They built their pueblos to last a long time. Other Native Americans lived in the middle part of the United States called the Great Plains. They built teepees. Teepees look like big upside-down cones. The frames of the teepees were made of long wooden poles. Animal hides were stretched over the frames and sometimes painted. The teepees can be put up and taken down quickly. These Native Americans were hunters who followed animal herds. They moved from place to place. They carried their teepees with them. Have you guys ever seen a teepee? It's like a triangle. And families lived inside, and they took the animal skins and they painted over them, and they made it their homes. Here are pictures of different kinds of transportation. Some of this transportation helps us build things. Other forms of transportation is used for other things. Let's look at the first picture. A school bus. Does a school bus help us build something? No, it does not. A school bus brings students to school. So that would not be very helpful in building a home or a school. What about this truck? You're right. That is used on construction sites. Look at this truck. It says flowers. Now it's a truck, but are flowers going to help us on a construction site? No. So that is an X. Now look at that. That is called a cement truck. Cement is what they put on the ground. It dries and it creates the ground that we walk on. But it's also used to create a foundation for buildings. Would that belong in a construction site? Yes, it would. Great job. Now let's look down here. This is a milk truck. Does a milk truck belong in a construction site? No, it does not. Maybe the workers drink milk, but they don't need a whole truck to come. Now what is this? It looks like one of those construction trucks that they use in digging. You remember that story? That's a digging truck. That belongs in a construction site. That is a fire truck. Does a fire truck belong in a construction site? Well, unless there was a fire at the construction site, probably not. And another truck. I'm guessing this one lets out mulch or cement or anything used on a construction site to build something. So that is our go-to as well. Boys and girls, that is the end of Friday reading, but what I would like you to do is I'm leaving you a little bit of time. Please take out your journals or your books, and what we're going to do now is practice our writing. Okay, I'd like you to go on top of your journal and write today's date, 5/1/2020, or May, M-A-Y, 1, 2020. I will show you how it's done, and we're going to write this week we. And you're going to write 2 or 3 sentences. If you feel like you want to write a little more, that's okay. And write some sentences about what you've done and what you've learned this week. Here's an example of the way we write dates. So on top is, you can write out May 1st, 2020, or write 5/1/2020. You can pick one way. You don't have to write it both ways. Both ways tells us that it is May 1st, 2020. And what you're going to write is this week we. So you can write this week we learned about high frequency words, where and come. You can write this week I learned about building a school or a house or a building. I learned these words. You can write about some of the strategies you've learned in math, some of the skills you've learned in science or social studies, and give us your best 2-3 sentences or more. It's a small practice that you can do. Write out all the alphabet words and put them in front of IP. So put an A, IP. It wouldn't make sense. What about B, B, IP, BIP? Is BIP a word? It could be. What about a C, KIP? Sounds like it could be a word. What about a D, DIP? And continue on with the rest of the alphabet, and you can do the same thing. AP, BAP, CAP, DAP, EP, FAP, GAP. And you can do the same thing and create your own words, blending letters together. If you want to do something a little more challenging, you can use something like these letters, TR, so trip, oh, that makes a word. Snip, that makes a word. And it's TR, SN, or FL. And you can put them in the front here or in the front there. This is used in school for our assessment, but you guys are free to use it at home for your own education.